welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 121, Video Games Hashtag. In this week's episode, we confess our addictions.
Naughty.
JfG Ash watches some porn.
Very naughty.
JfG Alex sneaks into a church.
Very, very naughty.
There's a talk of a corn maze.
Not naughty.
And finally, should you stay a console generation behind? What should we go for? Should we go American?
I think that'd be a terrible mistake.
Hey guys, and welcome to the JfG podcast, episode 121. My name's Ash, and I'm joined here with my good buddy Alex. How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Yeah, me too, mate.
Good lord. That was very 90s radio rock 101.
Yeah, I thought I'd go there.
The city by the bay.
Oh, what a tune.
Yeah. The city that never sleeps.
Yeah,
Pretty sure that's...
Never sleeps.
Yeah.
By the bay. It never sleeps by the bay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
You're right.
Yeah, mate. I'm well excited. Hopefully I've offended some people there. Fingers crossed.
I don't think you can offend Americans.
Really? I mean, I think we did a good job last week, buddy.
Oh, yeah, we will get to that. Yeah, there is that.
Yeah, bad. Yeah. So,
yeah. Well, this is...
I mean, are you feeling good on a Wednesday? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Sparkling thoughts any time right now.
They're... Sparkling thoughts, they give me the hope to go on. Have you heard that? I tell you, have you heard that Lord album, buddy?
Still haven't this week, buddy.
It's
One
good.
day. Well, is it really good, though? I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, is it?
It's a 9.
Good? I was expecting, like, it's okay. Like, and
No.
not referencing the scale of 1 to 10.
It's a 9.
Oh my god, really? Compared to...
What do you mean? Compared to what? Compared to...
what else is a 9?
What else is a 9?
Yeah. Give me a 9.
Well, 9
99.
green bottles.
Okay, 9 green bottles.
Why are they hanging on the wall?
I don't understand.
What does that mean, hanging on the wall?
So, the way that I perceive it is there's like a bottle rack, right? You know, like a wine rack or something, and it's just hanging on the wall. So, technically...
Hanging on the wall?
Yeah, but they're not hanging on the wall. Why would they be hanging on the wall? And if it's hanging, how's it going to fall over? Because you got to be standing upright to fall over.
Accidentally
surely.
as well. It's accidentally falling over.
I don't know. I mean, it's an age-old question that we will never know the answer to, buddy. Why is it hanging? And how does it accidentally fall over? And
That's
how
the
does
question.
it fall from a hanging position? Well, I guess, yeah, okay, so maybe they're hung up with, like, string, and it falls out of the string because of a breeze.
I mean,
know.
that's no accident. That's just negligence.
Yeah, that's just poor notmanship.
Tie that fucking thing up.
Exactly. The word isn't notmanship, but I like that.
If you know the meaning of the 10 Green Bottles song, then please get in touch to us, the JfG podcast at gmail.com, and enlighten us. So, what have you been up to this week, Ash? Anything interesting?
I've been drinking wine for free, buddy. Thanks
free
to the
wine.
Free wine, mate. So this is a thing, apparently, when schools finish at the summer, they give their teacher loads of booze.
That's weird.
I never did that as a kid.
No.
I never remember taking in, like, presents for my teacher, but yeah, fuck me. She finished, like, last week, came back with, like, 15 bottles of wine. I was like, sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I'd draw a picture of them. It'd be fucking shit. Like them
totally.
in like a boat with a
try
dragon.
And write the word thank you and fail miserably.
Just honestly, like retard Olympics, just terrible fucking scrawl of nonsense, perhaps in Crayola.
Yeah, I like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not even like staying in the lines.
I'd do it in my own blood.
Yeah, probably best. Well, that's good. That's free booze on behalf of the children of Nottingham.
Yeah, thanks to those guys. They're the best.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I cut the grass and trimmed the hedge.
I mean, that sounds noteworthy. Tell us more.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Did you do some topiary cocks in the hedge,
literally just up and down.
Okay.
Straight up, slice and dice.
No fucking about.
No. Get the job done.
Yeah, just did it.
Well, I did a clever trick. I put the, because I have a garden waste bin, so I put the garden waste bin underneath the bush as I trimmed, and it caught all the leaves.
Cut out the middleman.
Exactly. Fuck it. I didn't have to pick up that shit. No need,
Good Lord.
mate. No need.
Yep.
I watched Game of Thrones. Cheeky update. More people died.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Look forward to that.
Isn't it? Known for it.
I've heard people die a lot in that program.
Yep.
And apart from that, we've been winning the game of buying games, buddy. We did it again. We
certainly have.
I mean, obviously we buy games because we do a podcast, not because we are addicted to buying games.
I would like to raise my hand.
Hello.
And lay something on the table here, buddy.
Not the situation.
Not the situation. Just flop it onto the table. No. I believe that I may well be addicted to buying games. Hi, my name's Alex, and I'm a gameaholic. It's been 2 days since my last purchase, but only because I pre-ordered games that came out the next day.
Hi. Can I join? I'd like to join your club.
Yeah, please. I think this gentleman has something to say.
Hi, my name's Ash. I'm a raging gameaholic.
Nope.
I can't stop buying games. It's the best feeling ever, even if they're shit games. I mean, if there was a refund policy on the PlayStation Store, I would buy more games just to try them out for a couple of hours. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Sometimes I know they're going to be shit, and I don't care.
It's fine.
Yeah. Buy them anyway.
Yeah, mate.
So, yeah, I've been buying some games as well, buddy.
Buying some games. I've done fuck all, as I've clearly noted right there. What have you been up to, mate?
I'd like to start proceedings with a quote from one of the games that I bought this week. I'll reveal the game in the next section, buddy, because it's not for here.
Why are we talking about video games, by the way?
I'll tease you with the quote, and then I will reveal what this podcast is going to be about this week. The topic.
Thank you.
So here's the quote.
Confused. Yeah.
I had a hole in my second favorite drinking arm.
I like that quote. It's a good quote.
Yeah, it's a good quote, and that's from a video game. And the reason that I bring that up, of course, buddy, is because the topic this week, actually, in actual fact, in all honesty, actually, really, genuinely, is
nothing
video
but
games.
The truth.
It's video games this week.
Video games. I mean, I feel like we're aiding our addiction to video games by talking about it on a weekly basis for like a minimum of an hour and a half.
Enabling is what we're doing. We're enablers. We enable each other. We have to be separated, but of course that's no longer possible because of the way that the world has gone, technologically speaking. So
yeah, I mean, I've got a fucking techno bag, mate.
Techno bag, absolutely.
Techno. It's got a USB port on it. Why would you want that? Don't know.
You plug in, you listen to Scooter.
I jack in and jack off.
Bit of Darude Sandstorm.
Yeah.
Did you watch that video I sent you?
I haven't yet, no. unfortunately.
It's Microsoft Flight Simulator X or whatever it is.
Yeah, 10.
Some dude, you can play as the air traffic controller.
So you can make people crash into each other.
He's just punking the fuck out of a whole server, and it completely in the character of an air traffic controller. It's fantastic. I subscribed instantly. I'll be watching his videos from now on. But very fucking funny,
mate. That'd be well good. Be like,
special.
Oh no!
He's like barking orders at them to like assign them his like the flight path, and he's assigning them runways and shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's very, very good.
Is he going?
He seems to have some sort of effect on his voice. Like he's well into it. It's brilliant.
I love it.
I might find the name of that guy later, but not now. But yes, I've been playing lots of games. I've also been to Winchester, buddy, which is a town.
Sorry, I'm drinking. Yeah, no, Winchestertonville.
It's a city, Iowa. Actually, isn't it? It's got a cathedral. I saw it. I was there.
Okay.
They want to sort their security out, by the way, because it's like £12 to go in Winchester Cathedral. I went around the back and the door was open. I just fucking went in there.
Whoa. There you go, mate. Like Hitman in Sapienza.
Yeah. I utilised all of my learnings from Agent 47.
Yeah. And, did you get in the crab down position?
No, the door was just open and there was no one there. I just went in and I was just standing there. But once you're in there, no one knows you shouldn't be.
No,
they can't tell exactly who's coming in.
God, buddy, God knew you were in there.
Well, I mean, he obviously was happy for me to be in his house.
Indeed, otherwise he wouldn't have left that door open for you.
He left the door open and he didn't dob me in, so cheers, God. But yeah, that was all right. Cathedral and all, liked that. Went for a nice meal at the Brasserie Blanc, buddy, the restaurant of a famous chef by the name of Blanc. It was tasty. I had some food. It was good. The wine was good. Except we bought a bottle of wine and it was very nice.
Yeah.
And halfway through the evening, we were like, can we have another one of those, please? And the dude brought a much worse bottle of wine.
What?
Yeah, and I was like, this is shit. But my parents are completely uncultured, of course, so they had no idea. They thought it was lovely. They'll drink fucking Lambrini, mate. So... but I got the bill at the end, and they charged we ended up with 3 of these bottles of wine, and they charged them all the same, even though they brought out the shit house wine for the second and third bottle, and it was like £7 or £8 cheaper per bottle. I was like, I'm not having this, sunshine.
No, mate.
Yeah,
fuck those guys.
The food was great. Went to Winchester, went to Lymington. It's a harbour town on the coast, buddy. Really interesting to all of our international listeners.
Please go on.
Nice places, lots of rain. I bought a coat.
Oh, what kind of coat did you get?
I bought a coat in Debenhams. It's a faux leather coat.
Faux sure?
Yeah.
Or something. I
got
don't know.
quite drunk.
I thought about something. Okay, nice.
Also,
whilst wearing the jacket.
I've been expanding my arsenal of light switches. So... I got a lot of fairy lights and lamps and shit, buddy. I get sick of going around the room, turning them all on. Some of the cords are behind.
Did you get a clicker thing to turn them on?
I've got a clicker. I've had a clicker for some time because we've got fairy lights on the stairs, and the missus can't reach the plug as she comes into the flat. So got her a clicker so she could. We just leave it down by the door, so she can just turn the lights on and not fall on her face. So I was like, well. I should get more of these, buddy. So, this is,
Have you got an array of clickers now?
This is YouTube exclusive, buddy. So, a little clicker here. Hang on.
Yeah, there's one.
Just,
Oh, he's setting the mood. It's pitch black.
Hang on.
He's going all Vin Diesel.
Fairy lights in the kitchen.
Oh, no. Yeah, this one.
There they are.
There we go.
Yeah. Lamp on the bookshelf.
Nice.
Oh, turn that one off. Lamp behind me, buddy. Oh,
nice bit of backlighting.
Bit of backlighting.
Yeah,
we'll leave it with that. That's nice.
That's tasty.
We'll pop that back on. There we go.
Yeah, I like it.
Clickers,
mate. It's the future.
Clickers hashtag. Incidentally, we're trying to bring in putting the hashtag at the end.
Yeah, I like it.
We're trying to annoy millennials, but there we go. So that's about me, buddy. Bought a coat, got a clicker, went to Winchester, snuck into a cathedral. I'm done. I'm bored of this now. I want to talk about video games.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that because I stopped listening to you a while ago.
I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean,
exactly. Rude of me not to.
Exactly. Let's go and talk about what we've been playing. So I think I'm going to have the rear lamp off for this section, buddy. There we go.
Oh, it's like Mastermind or something now. I like it.
Talk to me. Terry Tibbs, what have you been playing?
I've been playing some Tomb Raider again.
Oh, fuck me.
Getting my little ways through it. She's so annoying. I hate her.
It's an ancient artifact.
Fucking
It's yellow.
No shit. It's whatever it is, Laura. I don't care.
Have you learned all of the Russian language yet from like a couple of pillars?
I'm like level 6 Greek now.
Yep.
Or something like that. I don't know. Just by fucking whenever she picks up like a scroll or something, I'm like, circle straight away. Fuck off. Don't talk to me.
That's the way to play it.
Oh, it's horrible. Like in most games, I'll try and stick out a bit of like the lore or whatever of the game. Try and learn a bit more, get a bit in depth or whatever. You know, like in like Dishonored, where you pick up shit and read about it. I'm like, that's, you know, you can find some interesting stuff in there. But not in this game. It is terrible, and there is way too much of that shit as well. Like picking up dictaphones all over the place. Just no, unnecessary.
Well, it's fine if the story's good, but it isn't, and and it's fine if the voice acting's good, but it isn't.
But it isn't. No,
it's just bad.
I don't know why I'm still enjoying this game. I guess the combat is pretty enjoyable, kind of.
I think the combat's decent.
It's okay.
Climbing stuff.
I get like I've unlocked the perk where I can like multi-kill up to like 3 people with my bow and arrow, like stealth. So like you zoom in, pull the arrow back, and it like highlights 3 people, and then it's just like kind of like, and they're dead. Which it's got some decent stealth aspects.
That's what I was gonna say. It's actually it's a good stealth game. Genuinely.
You can really take the piss on that thing though, like just go around picking up bottles and just be like chuck them, like kind of like what I did in Horizon with like the whole whistling. Just chuck it in like the grass or in the bush, wait for him to come over and then fucking stealth kill them. Even if there's a guy like 2 meters away, like a meter away, and he's just like doesn't even fucking notice that I've just jumped out, got my pickaxe in this guy's head and dragged him down. Stealth.
Video games butchery there from Lara Croft.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. So yeah, I'll make my way through that when I can.
Do you know how far through you are?
I think 50%. But I've been, as always, I've been doing every fucking side quest known to man in it and picking everything up. I hate myself. Why do I do it? I'm just like, yeah, let's just fucking steamroll this storyline, get the campaign out of the way, and I'm like, ooh, shiny thing over there. Let's go get it. Oh, I mean, I can't remember. Fucking AI wants me to take down like 5 drones. Let me just walk around here for 10 minutes doing that. What a dickhead.
I don't know how far through the game I was when, like, what percentage I was when I completed it, but I don't think it was anywhere near 100, so you might not be that far away.
I'm trying to think what's happened.
I don't remember anyway.
I'm fucking raiding tombs, mate. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, you know.
What I would like to talk a bit more about this week is the Destiny beta, even though it has finished, even though it even got extended by a few days, which was nice.
Yeah.
Kind of expected that, though.
So you dipped... I didn't dip back in, but you did.
Yes, so I went back in as a hunter, because you were playing as a hunter when we played, and I was like, in... the original Destiny, I never played as a hunter. I had a Titan that I got up to like level 10 or something like that. and my Warlock, which I leveled up all the way to the max or whatever. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna jump in as a hunter. I've got a feeling like if I really get into Destiny 2, like enjoy it quite a lot, I might end up having 3 characters and doing all the shit over and over again, because that's what apparently that's what you do in that game. So yeah. So last week we kind of said that, yeah, Destiny just looks like Destiny. Yeah, no, it looks a lot better than original Destiny. It's a lot to do with, like we said, the lighting. That is heavily improved, and the artifacts and things like that. Like we did say, like, oh yeah, the rain looks really good, but no, the rain looks really good. Like, compared to what it did previously. And I remember in the original Destiny, like, it was kind of like a fucking kind of murky dustiness to it and stuff like that. Yeah, it doesn't have that kind of feel. It seems a lot cleaner, a lot smoother, and just, yeah, it just looks a hell of a lot better. Obviously, it just looks like Destiny, but comparing it, I looked at a few videos as well. And I was just like, yeah, I can see the difference between the two games, which has kind of made me feel a bit more positive about it, because I think last week I was just like, yeah, not really much to say about it because hardly anything happened.
I don't think we were down on it last time round. I don't think so. We just were like, this is exactly what we were kind of expecting, and we're waiting to play the proper game or whatever. But
totally,
it certainly looks cleaner. I totally agree with you there.
Yeah.
I just think the general sort of texturing and everything just looks the same.
Yeah,
to me,
totally.
I haven't gone back and looked at side-by-sides, and sometimes you do misremember these things.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world, even if it does, as we said last week, but obviously they've made improvements. It's just that frame rate's such a sticking point for me.
I know. It is
so
a shame.
Annoying. Yeah.
But yeah, mainly, I got through the story mission again, because obviously you have to do that when you start off as a new character, which is a shame. And yeah, I played about like 5 or 6 games of multiplayer and really enjoyed it. So this is like a capture the zones. So 3 zones, capture the zones, kill people, get points. And obviously you got A and C, which are the nearest ones to you, and then B's sat in the middle. And yeah, I fucking bossed it, mate. And all I was doing was going from A to C, and taking the points. So at the end of every game that I played, I had about like 9 or 10 like captures, whereas everyone else had about 4. I was like, I was just clearly better at the game.
We find that in Battlefield 1 as well, don't we? When we're playing like
it's true.
Those smaller, what are they called, domination.
Yeah.
Just ignoring one of the points completely and just transitioning between 2 of them.
Between 2 of them, yeah.
It does reap its rewards.
I just found like B is like off to the left hand side, say, of A and C. So I just went round to the right, and yeah, it was fine. But I did start like doing a lot of flanking and stuff like that, and like sneaking up on people, and I found it incredibly satisfying. And I think if this like 4v4 is good, I think we could have a enjoyable shooter there to play between us.
Yeah, well, I think Funk's on board with picking this up. I think he's up for getting involved from the start this time round.
Yeah.
So we'll have a little fire team going. So yeah, no, sounds worth a play. I'm really looking forward to Destiny 2 now, if I'm honest. Like, genuinely I am. I think I'm pretty excited. I remember how much fun we had on some of those strikes, and it really hooked us for a while, Taken King, and it looks like this is going to be at least on a par with Taken King, which
I believe so, yeah.
That'll do us, I think, really.
There was some more info and stuff come out about like the open world and all like the other kind of like side missions and stuff like that. You remember in when the Taken King, there was all those like secret missions and stuff like that where you could get like different guns or whatever.
Yeah.
It seems like it's going to be a lot more of that kind of thing, which excites me a lot, because that was when I really was like, I got hooked on Destiny 2, because it was like, wow, cool, something exciting, and not to do with like the main campaign or just another strike. It was like, ooh, side mission or some bollocks like that. I was like, yeah, cool. So yeah, like everything I'm hearing about it is good. I have got one bit, but I'm saving that for my news favorite thing of the week.
Fair play, buddy.
To talk about a bit later, which I think is fucking stupid. We'll get onto that in a bit.
Nice.
So apart from those two, the only stuff that we have played is the same. So, buddy, please tell me how Max Payne 3 has been.
Max Payne 3. I bought 2 Rockstar games this week, buddy.
Yeah? Was it GTA 5 again?
It wasn't GTA 5 again. It was Rockstar Table Tennis.
Nice.
Which I bought for 50p. I got Max Payne 3 for £1.50.
Oh, steep.
And Beijing 2008 Olympics.
How pissed would you be if 2 of those games were like fucking Xbox Live Gold games this month? Because we've still got a couple of weeks left of Xbox Live Gold.
That'd be amazing.
That'd be so funny.
So the original intention, I just popped into CEX in Winchester City Centre, buddy, and said to the missus, maybe we could pick up London 2012 Olympics, because we used to play that a bit and it was fun. And F1 Race Stars. Basically, she flogged her 360 similar to what you did when she got her PS4.
Yeah.
And all of the games as well. So I chucked in a couple of the sort of shittier games that I had so she could get a better price. But yeah, so they didn't have London 2012, but they did have Beijing 2008.
Nice.
So we picked that up. Rockstar Table Tennis for 50p. I'd never played that game. I couldn't really turn that down.
I pre-ordered that game when it came out. I was like, I was so excited for fucking that game because it just looks so good.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. And I was just like, that just sounds like an amazing game. I think it was only like 25 quid or something when it first came out as well.
Yeah, it was definitely a stripped back sort of, it wasn't like a full AAA price. It's great, by the way. We've been playing loads of it this week, me and the missus. And the fact that she sort of got from us, she started playing it for the first time at the same time as me. It's kind of meant that we've progressed along together as we've been kind of mastering the controls and everything. And yeah, it's just really good. It's a really good game.
I got to a point in the career and I was just fucking stuck. I just couldn't get any further. I can't remember where it was, but I was just like, I can't beat this guy. It's fucking impossible.
Yeah, I'm still mastering all the shots and everything, but I liked going cold on some of these games, and I didn't look up the controls or anything. I just started mashing buttons.
Nice. Standard.
And then I realised that you can use the right stick to, for all your shots.
I did not know this.
That's what I wanted to ask.
I can't remember. If I might have known this, but I can't remember it at all.
You can play it like a baseball or golf swing or whatever. Like you move with the left stick and you swing the bat with the right. And it seems to be completely contextual. So if you push the right stick forward and sort of arc it left to right, then you'll do like a spin shot. To the direction that you're facing, and if you put it back and like flick it, then you can play lobs. And I don't know if that's a better way of playing. It probably isn't. It's probably harder, but it felt more like table tennis. Certainly.
Yeah, it's because what you've just got like your face buttons are like normal hit, one spin, like top spin, back spin, or whatever, and
then lob on the triangle.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Y. Sorry.
Yeah, Y. Yeah.
Yeah, which is basically Virtua Tennis.
Totally.
But yeah, you can use the right stick to perform all of those shots, and it sort of contextually works out what you are trying to do. And it seemed to most of the time, it just was instinctive, and it was doing what I was telling it. So
nice.
Yeah. Either way, it's a cool game. Obviously, it hasn't aged particularly badly because it's a fucking table tennis game.
Exactly.
So it's fine. God knows why they made that game, but I'm glad they did. It's very good.
I just came out of fucking nowhere at the time. It was brilliant.
Just can't believe that.
What year was that?
Must have been 06, 07, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right with Yeah, 06, I think. I'm going to go for
23rd of May 2006.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, either way, it's taken 11 years, but I've finally played it. So there we go. So, Beijing 2008 is an Olympics game, and as such, it's exactly, everyone knows. You probably know. If you're listening to this podcast, you know what that means. It means mashing A and B to run. Although you can waggle the right stick, like left to right, and it seems to have instantly fucked my new controller.
Oh,
like
nice.
It's squeaking like loads where I'm going like but yeah, it's high jump. This was the one where you had to for the high jump, for example, you used the triggers a lot for everything. So you had to like time trigger presses to footsteps as you take your run up.
Oh yeah, and it speeds up and stuff. Yeah, I remember.
Exactly. So yeah, we've played through a series of events. This is also the one that's got that the 9mm pistol shooting thing where you have to like scroll along the targets. Yeah. You get like 10 seconds, then 8 seconds, then 6, then 4 or whatever. Anyway, the running events and stuff are really cool. I like the sort of marathon events where you have to sort of gauge your stamina and stuff. But essentially, this is a party game, and that's why we bought it. It's not a particularly good game. It looks obviously terrible. And all of the sound and that is awful in it. Like the announcers, like really lo-fi, like terrible bitrate, and the sound effects are just shite. But it's an Olympics game that we bought, and it was £1, and we've already had our money's worth in the sort of hour and a half that we've played it so far. But yeah. And finally, Max Payne 3. As the third and final 360 game that I've been playing this week, buddy. And I fired it up yesterday for an hour, and I've played another sort of 2 hours tonight, I think.
Nice.
And it's just very good. I'm really enjoying it. It's weird because it's not Max Payne to me. It's not this isn't a Remedy game. Rockstar took over. As such, it's a really good game because Rockstar have made it, but it doesn't feel like Max Payne to me. The script is just all kind of off. Like, and if it was a new IP or something, it'd be fantastic. But because I loved Max Payne, it feels a bit weird to me. He doesn't seem like the same dude to me. Like,
yeah, no, that's kind of what I got across in my brief time of playing it on the PC. I was just like, I can't relate to this guy.
I mean, I played the shit out of the first and the second games. I must have completed that first game like 5 or 6 times. I just thought it was so cool, the bullet time stuff.
Yeah, man.
And that's done really well here. It's done very, very well. The script is good. The voice acting's good. It's a really strong game. I'm having a huge amount of problems aiming. I don't know if that's because I'm just not used to using a 360 controller with any sort of degree of precision. But man, there's some sniper sections that are kind of insta-death if you don't like gun down like set of 10 dudes in a minute or whatever. And I'm all over the place with the stick. I'm like fucking absolutely terrible dog shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just getting used to the controller. Or maybe it controls poorly. I wouldn't like to say one way or the other at this point, but it's just a really good game. I don't think it's more than sort of 10 hours long, and yeah, I'm going to cane through it. So I'll finish that off this week and perhaps mention it again next.
Nice, buddy. That'd be cool.
Gibbons. So as you can see, 360 games. I bought them because they were cheap, and yeah, spent £4 and got 3 games. And I've got lots of enjoyment out of them this week. But also, we played some stuff together, buddy, and we bought a couple of new bits and bobs on the old PlayStation Store as well. So,
oh yeah, should we jump in with those two? I guess.
I think so. Yeah, let's talk about. Let's talk about Infinite Mini Golf first because we've got the least to say about that, I'd imagine.
Yeah, mainly because it was a bit broken when it came out, buddy. some server issues, which was a shame.
Very
we
much
managed to get
so.
a couple of games in together, and we got a fucking crazy mini golf game finally. On this console, it only took 4 years.
Yeah, it took far too long. This has got it's called Infinite because it's got a sort of random level generator thing. Also, it's got a level editor so you can make your own holes. It's got full online play. You can set it up to take it in turns, or you can have it on casual where you can all take your shots together and you just sort of ghost through each other. It looks quite nice. It's presented very nicely. There's some decent sort of sound effects and music and stuff. It's pretty stupid. Like, there's silly power-ups and stuff, like a joystick one where you can set it off to control the ball, like left and right, and one that's a spring and so on. It's just a silly golf game, and it's just very competent, isn't it? So it kind of does everything we need it to do. I think we're going to get quite a lot of enjoyment out of it once the servers are
I think so.
Working properly.
It just looks like a solid mini golf game with stupidity and everything else involved, buddy. I'm very much looking forward to playing more of it.
You were unimpressed by the fact that all of the all the clothes and clubs and balls had to be unlocked. Like, you literally start with nothing at all. You can't like customize your dude. You just got that stock dude, and you have to play like 5 holes to unlock a new hat or something.
Yeah, that is a bit tedious, but obviously, makes you play the game, I guess.
I guess so.
Or they could just have it unlocked and be like, there you go.
Yeah.
Go nuts. But hey, that's Infinite Mini Golf. Looking forward to playing some more of that.
Gibbons, buddy. It's the perfect casual game, like when we used to play pool quite a lot of an evening.
Pure pool, mate. What a game.
It's a great game.
Yeah, mate.
Pyre. Let's talk Pyre. We bought Pyre this week.
We did. I've only played about an hour of it, and I'd say like 45 minutes of that was reading. So I haven't got very far in that game.
I think I've probably played for an hour and a half, hour and 45, something like that.
You've got to remember that I read at twice the speed, as in slower than twice as slower, or whatever the word is, as everyone else. So my 45 minutes of reading was probably like
half the gameplay.
Yeah.
Well, this is a weird game. It's like a sort of almost storybook sort of RPG. There's a lot of dialogue tree stuff, a lot of characterization, and then that's peppered with these battles, I suppose. But mate, this is a sports game.
This is a sports game.
This is a basketball game.
It's a 3-on-3 basketball game where your 3 players have different abilities. One is fast, one is medium, and one is slow. But the slow man is like a big old tank, and the fast one is a little dog.
Yeah.
With a glorious mustache.
Yeah. So your characters, it's kind of a sort of side-scrolling sort of camera angle, but it's kind of top-down a little bit as well. You got 3 players on each team, and they have different abilities. They have these auras surrounding them, and if those auras touch another player, then that player is banished for a certain amount of time, or sin-binned, as I'm going to call it.
Yeah, sin-binned, yeah. You can also shoot your aura as well, over them.
You control all 3 players, but you can only move one at a time.
Yes.
There's these flames at either end, and the aim is to get this... there's nets at either end. The aim is to get the celestial orb... The ball into the Pyre's nets. And basically, after you've done that a certain number of times, you extinguish the other team's flame and win. And
what I like about that as well is the scoring. So for your small, fast character, you only get 15 points. But for your large, slow character, you get 30 points. And obviously... somewhere in between for the middle guy. And I think that adds like a new dynamic a different dynamic to the game, because it's not a constant, 1 point to get the ball in the net or whatever, it makes you think like, well, I could kind of like get my big guy up there and then try and get the ball to him and get him in, and that's like, you know, twice as many points as the fast guy. And I don't know, it's really cool.
That's the thing, really, is playing it for the length of time that I have. I haven't really unearthed how tactical it is, but I know it is. I just haven't got there yet. It's easing me in quite nicely with very, very easy, simple battles. Just some of the mechanics, like, you know, they've got these auras on the ground, and if you are holding the orb, then you lose all of your aura. So if you're touched by any aura whatsoever, you have no defense.
But you can jump through them.
Yeah, you can jump over the auras, and I've just unlocked double jump for the dog.
Double jump dog.
Yeah. Oh, doggy double jump there, buddy.
Nice.
Anyway, this is a strange game, but it's one of the most beautifully presented games I've ever seen, which you would absolutely expect from Supergiant.
Supergiant, all of their games are like so good looking.
Yeah, the story is kind of told in almost like a sort of comic book kind of style. Lots of sort of freeze frames of characters. The way that you travel around the map, you select like star constellations, and then the wagon kind of travels through, and you can choose different ways you want to go. It's a very cool game. It's a very unconventional one.
Yeah, I was going to say that this is like a gamer's game. It's not like a casual game at all. This, I would say, it's very much, if you like these kind of odd, like indie games, like, you'll probably more than likely get into this, and I'm very much looking forward to sinking my teeth in, and I kind of want to see how long this game is and where it goes. It's just an interesting game, especially, buddy, if you give the characters different accents, like one of them a Pakistani accent, one of them a pirate maybe, and one of them a Geordie.
Okay,
you know, it's an interesting way of doing it.
So you're kind of internally RPing there.
Yeah.
Well, very nice too.
I'm enjoying it. It's interesting.
Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. It is. It's sort of, it's an indie game. It's I suppose kind of like your gamer's game. And as such, it'll review. Well, I've seen it's reviewed well, but it was always going to review very, very well because of how artistic it is and so on. And some people might turn their noses up at that, but I think that the fact of the matter is, it's essentially a 3v3 sports game that has multiplayer. So there is that. Like, but I think the story's so integral that I don't think anyone else could take it at face value. You've kind of got to get your teeth stuck into it and be like, okay, I'm balls deep in this, and I'm going to enjoy it, like every aspect of it. So, but yeah, much more to talk about on that one next week, I'm sure, buddy, because we've only really dipped a toe in, haven't we? At this point?
I think so. We can't really say much more about it, but it just looks so good.
It does look great, and the music's gorgeous as well.
Mate, the presentation is just top notch. It is, always.
Yeah. And also, I don't know if you've played if you noticed this or not, buddy, but the announcer, like the celestial announcer, is the voiceover dude from T-shirt battles in Jackbox Party Pack 3.
No way!
Yeah, which made me immediately piss myself.
He sees some wonderful T-shirts, that guy.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's got quite the funny voice, that guy. He's clearly doing rather well at the moment.
Getting the job done.
Certainly is. So yeah, nice. That's Pyre, buddy, and Infinite Mini Golf. So it's only left for us to talk about Orcs Must Die Unchained. Free to play
game of the year 2017.
Man, this game.
Okay, first of all, we have to admit we were huge fans of the Orcs Must Die 2 game. When they brought in the co-op element of that, it was amazing. We loved like the methodical way of planning out our traps and getting them down and then just fucking shit up, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. We loved tailoring our loadouts to kind of complement each other. And we're doing that again now.
Yes, we totally are. I am the barricades and ceiling man.
And I'm Mr. Wall and Floor Spikes.
Yeah, you are.
That's what I'm all about. So, yeah, I don't know. I just love this game. I love the concept of it. I love the idea that the orcs come through. I love the excitement of kind of keeping them at bay, and there's just so many facets to the gameplay, like knowing when to use different powers. I've got my flames on the floor thing I can do every sort of 20 seconds, which is genuinely crucial. Like, everything you do is really important. You have those amazing moments, like where we started playing on a higher difficulty, and they broke down one of our barricades, and one of them was just about to fly into the portal, and you just shot him in the back of the head just before he made it in.
He was dead.
The way that you can put sludge down and they'll all just run through it rather than go around it. It's...
Yeah, getting their paths right, so and they don't deviate from it like a classic video game. It's like, nope, that's the path they take, so that's where all the traps go. It's quite funny.
So we've 5-starred all but one of the apprentice levels, haven't we?
Yeah, all but the last one, because
we've moved on to the next tier.
Yeah, we wanted to try the next tier before talking on the podcast, didn't we? Really, just to see how it went, and it was quite the step up. Added waves and also definitely harder enemies. Obviously, we sunk a lot of hours into that first section, 5-starring it. Obviously, when you 5-star a level, it will give you more chests, so you get more upgrades and whatnot. But do we want to tackle the subject of, do we think that we're going to have to put money into this game?
That's the big question. Because if you look at where we are, we've played through the first tier of levels.
Yes.
And near as damn, we've 5-starred them. We've got all of the money and chests that we can out of it.
Yeah, that are available. And also the bonus money, we spent that on chests as well.
Yeah. So it comes down to... do we think what we've got at this point, which is the most that you would have at this point, is sufficient to tackle the next tier? Now, I have an inkling that it isn't.
See, I think the way we're going to have to play it now is we're just going to have to try and 1-star these, because even for passing with a 1-star, you'll get another chest. And I think there's 10, maybe more levels here. So that's another 10 chests.
Yeah.
We'll probably get some more upgrades, and then we'll have to go back to them, try and get 3 stars, I think is the next set of stars to get another chest.
Yeah.
And then do that on 3 stars, and then after that, go up to 5 stars, and that's when you get another chest. So I think the way that they've laid it out could work quite well, because we've proven to ourselves that we're quite happy to play a level until we will 5-star it. But what we need to do now is we just need to go through the levels, kind of learn them a little bit, so we can get the idea of where traps can go. And then while we're doing that, just clearing some stars, get some more stuff, get some upgrades, keep checking out the deals, because the first currency in this game is skulls, and they seem to chuck them at you quite a lot.
I've got 12k at the moment.
Yeah, I've constantly got 10,000 plus at the moment. And what they do on a daily basis, they do deals where you can buy traps for 2,000 skulls. So it seems like they're trying to help you out quite a lot in not spending money.
I think this is the thing, though. This is the thing that I struggle with. Is I've basically decided at this point that I would like to give them some money.
Yeah, totally. Me too.
I want to chuck some money at this, because I'm getting so much enjoyment out of it. It just doesn't feel fair.
I know.
But I'm not willing to spend my money on random chests, which I then have to open
It could
and
be
hope.
anything.
Like,
yeah.
if I could buy... Basically, the way that the traps work here is once you have a trap, then you slowly, over time, get cards in chests. So, for example, you might have a trap where you need 200 cards of that trap to upgrade it to the next tier. And you'll get, 45 at a time in chests and stuff as you go along, and eventually you'll have accrued enough cards that you can upgrade that to the next sort of trap tier. Yeah. If I could buy cards for specific traps, I would drop 20 quid in currency for this game right now, and I would do it.
And then just get like your main traps and just fucking pimp them out, buddy.
Yeah, and that's not even to pay to win. I'm just saying, I would be willing to spend money if I was getting something tangible. But if all I'm doing is taking a fucking punt,
a gamble,
on 30 chests,
exactly. You're just like, oh, let's see what happens.
Then I don't
these.
Want to spend.
No, because
I don't care about vanity items either. So
what?
It's very hard for me to know where to give them my money. I almost feel like I need to make like a PayPal donation or something and be like, here you go.
Yeah. Thanks for a cracking game again, kind of thing. But yeah, we have got absolutely balls deep into this game. I've played it every day this week.
Me too.
And yeah, it's still got the same mechanics as the original games, and that's why it works so well. I just want to quickly say, I played one game of the online mode as well. And all it seems to be is you and two others, so team of three, go up against another team of three. You don't see them. It's just the normal game, but it's like a battle to see how many points you can get compared to their points, how many people you let in your rift compared to them. There are like special cards you can use, like to not allow them to earn XP for a round and things like that you can use. So there is like strategy in that, but in the game that I played, I didn't really notice anything happening. I got pushed back a couple of times. I was like, what the fuck's going on? And then afterwards I realized, I was like, oh, they're using a card or whatever. But yeah, so it might be something that we could get into, and obviously you will unlock various chests and stuff through that as well, which is
it could be another
cool
method of getting upgrades and having a good time. Yeah,
exactly.
I think the bottom line here is fucking try this game, buddies. It is free.
So much more fun in co-op, though, I must say. Like, I played a fair bit on my own, and like when you start having to deal with like multiple like openings where like the enemies are coming out, it becomes difficult on your own.
And not really, necessarily really that fun.
No.
It's just stressful. If you've got three rifts that could open and it's just you, then I've had no desire to play it solo. I don't think I will either. But man, if you've got someone to play this game with, then it's just great, isn't it?
I just want to say like a quick little tip, and that is so like if you do end up playing this game and you have multiple openings, make a room of death. Get some barricades down, stop one of the people or divert one of the lanes into the other one, and then just make a room of death.
Yeah, and the difficult levels are the ones where you can't do that.
Yes, they
are.
We
had a 3-laner the other night, and we couldn't divert them together. There was no way of doing it. And
it was troublesome.
It was stressful.
It was. Still, I think we 5-starred that, though.
We 5-starred it first time. I don't know how.
I don't know how either. We nailed it.
But yeah, some cracking level design, and it never ceases to amaze me, the sort of universe that they've built. You know, that's quite rare for a developer of this size producing a game of this type. They've really produced this whole universe of lore. They've got all these characters, and the orcs have a bit of personality about them as well. It's just a cracking fucking game, man. It's so good. I want to play it now. Let's get on with this. Jesus.
Yeah, let's crack on then, buddy. So yeah, I think that's about it for this week's gaming. It's probably time for the news.
Oh yeah, now it is time for the news.
The news. fucking news.
All right. Number one.
Number Wang.
Number Wang, buddy. Not much news this week, I've got to say. But
that's good. I like it.
Okay, number Wang. Ghost Recon Wildlands, or its official title, buddy, Wild Pants.
Wild Pants.
Wild Pants is getting a free 4v4 deathmatch mode called Ghost War.
Great.
Do you care?
No. Not one.
You don't give a shit.
Bit.
I don't blame you either. But either way, yeah, 4v4 deathmatch mode called Ghost War. It releases in August. There will be a beta for it in the summer. It's a bit weird.
That is weird.
This feels very, please play our game. Please play our game. That's what it feels like. That's what The Division felt like about 6 months after launch. They were just trying so hard to get people to come back and play it. This feels like that as well. But we were getting some enjoyment out of Ghost Recon Wild Pants, and this is cool because it's free. This is a free update. So this is from the Ubisoft website, buddy. A little blurb here about the mode. Teams will choose from a roster of varied classes that fill specific roles on the battlefield as they navigate large-scale open maps and take down their enemies. Ghost War will also integrate new PvP mechanics, including suppressing fire and sound markers, to create a true military, strategic, team-based multiplayer mode. So the suppressing fire thing, am I right in saying they did that in Ghost Recon, Future Soldier? Do you remember that? Where we played a little bit of multiplayer on that, and if you fired fuck out of someone who was sitting behind a barricade, then their scream went nuts and they couldn't really...
Yeah, and they couldn't do much, yeah.
It was an annoying thing to happen to you, but it was, I thought, a good thing.
Effective. It makes sense, really, doesn't it?
So, yeah, that's...
You'd be freaking the fuck out.
Yeah, you know, if someone's firing a rifle, if someone's emptying 50 rounds into a bit of concrete you're hiding behind, then you can't just collect your thoughts and pop up and pap at them.
Yeah, just wait, unless you're fucking super cool.
Yeah,
you know,
or Max Payne with bullet time.
Max Payne, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, he could do it.
He could do it, mate.
So yeah, anyway, that's coming out. I think it is weird that they're having a beta. As I say, I just can't believe that they've got that game working on those big environments with like up to 4 people in a team, but they need a beta to make sure this bit of it's working. So
I just feel like it's an odd little add-on to put on this game like 4 months after the game's come out or something. It's just weird. It's just very, strange. Very weird.
They got
I'm all up for like develop the game for whatever, but I don't know. This is odd.
Yeah, but can't they just make a new fucking Rayman or something? That'd be much preferable
I'll be happy
to me.
With that. Yeah.
Well, no, number 2, buddy.
Number 2,
Rayman.
Rayman.
Yep, Rayman Legends is going to be coming out on Switch, buddy. This is the ultimate definitive blah collection or whatever.
Everything in one, yeah. Got you.
This game must have come out on 7 or 8 different platforms now, and there's a mobile version that's like an infinite runner as well.
Yeah, I've got it. I can't remember what it's called. Something Rayman.
Yeah.
Rayman Jungle Run? There you go.
Could be.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
There's probably more.
Either way, this is coming to Switch. This is a fantastic game. This is one of my favourite games of all time. This is a 10 out of 10 game. The fact that this is a PS3 game, you know, I suppose Switch owners take what they can get at this point, but...
the Switch came up twice this weekend with various people I was talking to, and I was just like, I think they've done really well with the console. Like, I mean, hats off to Nintendo selling, what was it like? We'll talk about how many they've sold in a bit.
Yeah,
actually, and I just don't. I don't know why I would buy one. I think they're overpriced, and there's no games out. Is it just me?
2 weeks ago, you were saying that you were going to get one and you were going to get it before Christmas. So
no, I'll get one at Christmas when there's some games out for it, hopefully. But even that's not a certain. Like,
I was going to say, I'd like to know what games those are.
I know, that's the thing. Like, and I'm still thinking about it. Like, I'm like, well, if I look at it and I'm still in this position where I don't think there's like the games out are right that I want to play for it, then I'm not going to get one. I know my son will be like, I really want one, but I'll just be like, mate, it is not worth it yet. You know?
I mean, at this point, yeah, I mean, what are we looking at? Not a lot.
No, there's literally any kind of game that's out there. Like the majority are like indie games or whatever, and I've more than likely played them on a dozen other devices.
I think we're talking Mario and Rabbids.
Mario Rabbids,
NBA 2K18.
okay.
Dragon Quest 11, Sonic Mania, Metroid, and Super Mario Odyssey. Metroid being the original Metroid, which is launching on Switch before the new Metroid comes out next year.
There'd be like 5 games that I want to play. So Zelda,
I think there's
Mario
enough.
Kart, Splatoon, Mario, and Rabbids. So I think there'd be like the 5 games. So yeah, by then I'm thinking, 5 games. That's probably enough to invest into one of these things. I don't know. Maybe there might be a cheeky deal, Black Friday kind of thing. You just don't know. Something might happen.
I very much like the idea of getting to Christmas and you are, you know, if you're a kid, like you get to Christmas, you open up your Christmas presents and you've got a Switch.
And it's a fucking exactly. And that's kind of what I want to do for my kid and also for me. I want to be there at Christmas, be like, yeah, fucking sweet, I got Switch.
But the thing is about it though, buddy, like not only can you play a new Super Mario game, but you can also play a new Sonic the Hedgehog game.
That's true.
Like, what a parallel to our childhood. Like, I bet, like, the same years, you know, we were sitting at our separate Christmases before we even knew each other, and I was opening up, like, a Mega Drive with Sonic the Hedgehog, and you were opening up, like, a SNES with Super Mario World.
When you opened that up, like, no, Sega.
No, fuck, he wasn't. I loved that shit. It had blast processing, buddy. I don't know if you're aware of that, but...
whatever.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about
had that. But yeah, no, just the fact that all these years later, your kid could open his Christmas presents, and it's not only is it a Nintendo console, but you can play both a new Mario and a new Sonic on it.
That is pretty cool, to be honest. Yeah,
awesome.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see on the Switch front. So yeah, might as well talk about the next bit of news about the Switch, buddy.
Rayman Legends joins those releases that are coming out this year. And speaking of the Switch, Nintendo has now sold 4.7 million units of the Switch. It's only been out sort of 4.5 months, so they're essentially selling 1 million a month now. And the original estimate from Nintendo, which I think it's safe to say we fucking laughed at, was that they would sell 10 million units worldwide in the first year. They are well on course for that. They really are.
I think they've got that fucking casual market swooped up again like the fucking Wii, mate.
Yeah.
They've absolutely nailed it. They've got their adverts like down to a T, like Joe Average at the basketball game on a rooftop with a party.
Yeah.
Doing whatever. This is like, yeah, just whatever, you know, kind of thing.
What I will say is, did you know that in the opening...
Yes, I did.
In the opening 4 months of the Wii U's launch, they sold the same number of consoles.
Oh, really?
Yes.
No way.
And then they went on to only shift 10 million more in its entire lifetime and ended on 14 million.
Yes. This was another thing that I was talking about. I was like the majority of people that have bought these things are like Nintendo-y fanboys or whatever kind of thing. I know that immediately contradicts exactly what I just said about the casual market and things, but you know, Maybe that is it. Maybe it is just like every Nintendo fanboy going like, yeah, Nintendo, and
then there's no one else to buy them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we shall see, buddy.
Yeah, I don't think so this time. I think they're safe, but at the same time,
I kind of hope so.
It is worth mentioning that they're.
I don't know why I hope so. That's weird.
I think
a bad thing.
At this point in the Wii U's life cycle, they'd sold 4 million, and this has sold 4.7, something like that. But, so it's a difference, but not a fantastical, ridiculous one. But
no one wants consoles anymore, buddy. So that's
no one wants consoles, mate. No. Finally, from me, let's talk about BioWare's Corn Maze.
Let's talk about BioWare's Corn Maze that was made for Anthem, buddy.
Yeah. Now.
Yeah. Wow.
Now, what do you make of this?
I think it's quite funny. And pointless and stupid, and, it's different. It's I don't know, yeah. It's a funny, like, I watched the YouTube video, and, it made me chuckle a bit. It's just a big, it's different. That's the easiest way to describe this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a corn maze. These are not common in the UK.
No.
Or Europe. So I will explain what one is. It is a maze in a cornfield. You probably would have got there, but I'm just saying.
Just in case. Covering all the bases.
Yeah. The farmer, the farm, maybe they'll lay out their plans for a maze for the summer. They'll plant that shit, and then they'll plow a fucking maze into their field.
Yeah, mate.
And there is a corn maze up in Edmonton, near BioWare's HQ. And they thought it would be funny to sponsor the corn maze and use it as an advert for their new IP, Anthem. So the corn maze is a giant fucking suited and booted mech dude.
Yep.
They still look a little bit too much like fucking Master
Halo.
Chief.
Yeah, man.
They really do.
I saw that. I was just like, yeah, I'm not sure about this.
It's a problem. Yeah.
It is a problem.
But either way, it's not just that they did that, but also they put this video together, which is a complete piss take. But they play it sort of straight, and it's very funny. So yeah, worth a watch, buddies. Get onto YouTube and search BioWare Corn Maze and enjoy. But yeah, funny, just funny. I hope that's good. That game, I really do, don't you?
Yeah, man. Well, from the fucking trailer, it looks amazing. So we shall see in time. As always, the lies, buddy. The lies.
Oh, yeah, that can happen. Shit the bed.
Oh, well.
Well, either way, that's me, buddy, for the news. So I think it's probably time to hand over to you for what I think you'll find is my favourite section of the podcast, buddy.
Oh, thanks, mate.
It's Ash's News Favourite Things of the Week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's News Favourite Thing of the Week.
Cheers, buddy. Yes, this week I have Eurofishing returns with Foundry Dock DLC. Very excited about it.
Right.
There we go. Where to go next? Okay, we'll go for this one. Pro Street Fighter 5 player had to change Cammy's outfit thanks to ESPN. So this was during Evo, I believe. And so Cammy's like the English bird with a skimpy like unitard kind of thing, right up the crack, And no, they were like, no, you can't have that on TV. I think that's a poor show.
Is that the first time that's happened?
I don't know. I guess so. I mean, esports, mate.
Still
it's going that
freaks me out that ESPN's got like an esports channel.
Wow. Esports news coming at you right now. Blizzard promises Overwatch League players at least $50,000 a year. So if you get picked up for the new Overwatch League, if you're in one of the many teams that's going to be about, you're on a guaranteed minimum of $50,000 a year. That's with with healthcare and all the other bonuses that come with
crazy.
A decent job, mate. And then also you get like a massive lump sum for like the prize pools as well. Apparently, like the first season prize pool is like 3.5 million, and you'll get a percentage of that if you win. Obviously,
and that's before we even talk about endorsements and stuff that you could pick up as an esports player.
Exactly. This is just like a standard salary. It also, I think, it covers like living arrangements and training facilities during the season. So obviously, in the off season, you get to go and do whatever. But yeah, I think I need a career change.
Do you think you will ever sit down and watch esports?
No, I don't.
Do you think that's because of the generation that we are? We just can't. I just don't give a fuck about how other people play video games.
I think the thing is that I'm not a massive fan of competitive gaming myself when I'm playing.
Yeah.
So for me to watch that, I'm just like, nah, mate. I love watching sport. I can watch sport all day. No bother. But, I don't know, computer games isn't a sport, mate.
I know, that's how I feel.
It's fucking computer games. It's video games.
I know, it's almost like I really love video games, as everyone knows, but if someone's really, really good at them, I almost revert back into like fucking 10-year-old at school. I almost sort of go, you geek, like
fucking nerd.
I'm almost
Get
like
life, you
loser. Go outside.
Yeah, mate, get a girlfriend.
Yeah,
Jesus.
man. All these
There's
ridiculous.
more to life than video games, but video games is life.
I think it might
meta.
be generational, and I think we might be the wrong
think
side
it
of
is.
the generation
I think
gap.
We're the fucking right side of that generation.
Right,
gap,
the
don't you
right
worry.
side.
Yeah. We haven't got to fucking put up with that shit. Here we go. So Destiny 2, buddy. I was teased it earlier. First of all, little news. We've pre-ordered the game. We're going to get an exotic weapon for pre-ordering. Don't know anything about it. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. I love shit. But no. So in the mission, the main mission in the Destiny 2 beta, do you remember the turbine section?
No.
At all. Okay, so you go into a room, there's these two spinning turbines. You have to go and, disable them. Yeah?
Yeah,
By
I
shooting-
died over and over again there.
Oh, really?
It was really annoying because I thought I ducked the fucking thing, and one of them I thought I jumped over it and it killed me. And I was like, no, I jumped you.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't see this conversation going this way. Oh. Well, anyway, apparently this has been one of the most, annoying things found in the Destiny beta. And, what's his name? Luke Smith, is it? Like, the main lead on that game or something?
Memorably named Luke Smith.
Yeah. Well named. He's already come out and said, this is, a build that's, 2 months old. There's only one of those spinning things. So yeah, don't worry, we've kind of fixed that already. But I thought this conversation was gonna go, oh yeah, that was quite easy, because all I did, I just waited for it to go round. I jumped up and then ran to the next one, like in a clockwise formation. I didn't have any bother, the 2 times I did it. And yeah, apparently thousands and thousands of people have been complaining about this. I was just like, are they just not very good at computer games?
Well, that's what I thought when I died repeatedly. I thought I was just shit at it. I wouldn't fucking write to them about it.
Well, yeah, obviously.
This is an outrage. Fucking
this
come on.
is too hard.
Yeah.
But I literally didn't have any issues whatsoever. Obviously, I'm just fucking amazing. Maybe I should go and play esports or something.
Well, I tried to do it quicker than going clockwise by jumping over it anti-clockwise.
Yeah.
The problem that I had was not that I had chosen that. The problem seemed to be, to me, the clipping, in that I was utterly convinced that I'd leapt over this thing.
Yeah,
and it just insta-killed me. Which was also similarly stupid, that this thing that I've just grazed would provide an instant death to someone in a fucking mech suit.
technically that is powering that entire ship. So it could be quite
Well, it
powerful.
should spin faster then, because, mate, like...
It should have more fans cooling it down than 3 as well. Then.
It was a stupid video gamey section.
Oh, of course it was. But I didn't have any bother. I literally just, like, when that one went over me, I was just like, right, jump and chase it.
Yeah, no, I didn't do that. I didn't wait, because I was... as soon as I got into that section, I was immediately bored and tried to speed things up by sort of swimming against the tide. It sounds like several thousand other people did the same.
I saw this as a point of me mocking retards, but I guess I've kind of done that.
No, it's fine.
I've just tarred you with that brush.
I died twice on that section because I kept jumping it anti-clockwise and it kept killing me. And I was annoyed.
Wow. Well, there you go, buddy.
I wouldn't
be annoyed
fucking
in the
cry
fun
about it. Take it out of the game.
It's too hard.
I died once. Take it out of the game. You know,
yeah.
People just don't want to die in video games anymore, buddy. Incidentally, Max Payne 3 very hard.
Nice.
I'm only playing on normal. It might be the aiming thing, but
yeah, it could be
dying a lot.
Another thing that people complained about was they don't feel powerful enough in PvE. You know, they don't feel powerful enough. Like, so therefore, they can't kill stuff quicker. I guess what they're trying to say there.
But you're using the sort of base gear, aren't you? Like,
yeah,
the legendary stuff from the first game is kind of your baseline for this one. So you should feel a little bit less powerful, and you'll feel more powerful when you've got better gear. Is that not right?
Kind of makes sense to me. Yeah. Leveling up and stuff. Video games.
Hashtag.
What they do. Hashtag. Final bit of news, buddy. Need for Speed Payback. That's a game that's coming out.
Somebody probably cares about that, buddy. Go on.
I'm getting a little bit excited. There's all kinds of customizations in the new trailer.
That'll make the driving good.
I don't care. I want shininess and lights and big spoilers and shiny wheels.
Went well last time.
Exactly. I can't wait now. I'm well excited.
This is naysaying, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm doing here. That's what this is.
It's not going to be a good game, but, you know, like, I watched the trailer and I was like, ooh, video games. Exciting. Hashtag.
Yeah. Exciting hashtag. Absolutely, buddy. Well, as is your right.
Dear. Indeed, buddy. It just got my gears going a little bit.
Hey,
I don't know why. It reminded me of fucking Most Wanted and not Most Wanted, fucking Underground and Underground 2 getting customization, and also in Underground 2 where you could put like a fucking sound system in the back, and you had to take photos, like, so you could like pull up, like open your boot and fucking take pictures of the car. I mean, why can't we do that this day and age? I don't know why. That was glorious.
Buddy, this maybe this new Need for Speed should be the game that you finally buy, like the premium bells and whistles pack for. The new Need for Speed. Buy that the £100 edition.
Yeah, mate. I'm totally on board for that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm game. Let's do it.
Yeah, cool.
Yep.
Need for Speed Payback coming out sometime this year, maybe. Yep. Who knows? Cool. So yeah, that's my news this week, buddy. I hope you enjoyed it.
I fucking did, buddy. It's 7th of November, by the way. I enjoyed your news. Thank you for it. That was your news, that was my news, and that was the news. And now it's time for Out This Week.
And that's out this week, buddy.
It fucking is as well. It fucking is.
Good news this week as well. Good news.
Yeah, we got solid stuff here, buddy. Here we go. This is, of course, that time of the month, if you know what I mean.
Ooh,
and what I mean is Games for Gold and PS Plus, buddy.
Yay, free shit.
Yep. The first Tuesday of the month is next Tuesday, which is convenient for us because often Sony fuck us over by delaying things a week. But either way, here we go. So let's start with Xbox. Let's start with Games for Gold, buddy, because that was kind of announced first anyway.
It was.
For the Xbox One in August, you will receive Trials Fusion and Slime Rancher, which is weak. Is that fair?
I mean, Trials Fusion came out like 6 months after launch. So
You must be able to pick that game up for a $5.
I mean, it's been in countless sales constantly. So yeah, I'm not impressed. I mean, if you haven't got that game and you get that game, congratulations, you've got a cracking game.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, not really what you want to be seeing at this stage in the life cycle of that game. You know, when there is clearly a lot better games out.
Yep, I think that's fair.
Slime Rancher, talk to me.
As far as I'm aware,
I'm watching
Slime
a video
Rancher
right now.
is a nightmarish sort of first-person shooter where you literally ranch, like, gather up sort of sheepdog-style slimes with a gun.
It looks like it could be quite fun from that, like, 40-second trailer I just saw.
Yeah.
You suck them up out of your gun and shoot them.
Yeah. Quite cartoony.
Tornadoes.
It could be fun.
Yeah.
I
doubt it, though.
Either way, there's your Xbox One. You've got Trials Fusion and Slime Rancher, and then your 360 titles, which of course are also backwards compatible, buddies. You get Bayonetta, which is a cracker, and
we get Bayonetta this month, buddy.
And Red Faction Armageddon.
We get Bayonetta, mate. Are you excited about getting Bayonetta?
I mean, we get it until our thing runs out.
No. That's the beauty about Games for Gold. Once you get it, you got it.
Shit?
You keep that shit, buddy.
Holy hell!
I know. I could be wrong, but I doubt it.
Man, I don't think you're right, but okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm right. I think it's only PlayStation where it's like I'm sure like Xbox came out and were like, yeah, if you're gold and you get that game, then you've got that game for life. I'm sure about it. There you go. Newsflash.
Get the bed.
Yeah. Gold titles that you redeem as an Xbox Live Gold member are yours to keep.
But only on 360.
Oh, really? Not Xbox One?
Xbox One, they go if you lose your subscription.
Fuck it, I haven't got an Xbox One, buddy.
There you go. Well, either way, yes. We are therefore getting Bayonetta and Red Faction Armageddon for 360.
Yeah.
Fine, okay. So yeah, there's your Games for Gold. Trials Fusion, Slime Rancher, Bayonetta and Red Faction Armageddon. Yeah, I don't think that's especially good, but
it's not great.
I think it always comes down to a situation where you can't say one way or the other in terms of what people's tastes are, so you've kind of got to go with a sort of perceived value kind of thing. And in terms of perceived value, Trials Fusion and Slime Rancher is a perceived value of about £6, £5. So that kind of, that sets the tone. But having those backwards compatible games, that does make a bit of a difference. We'll move on though. PS Plus, this is quite strong, I think, because having given us Until Dawn already,
yeah, which I still haven't played,
Sony are now kicking out Just Cause 3, and these are the sort of titles that people have been craving all this time. Like AAA releases, maybe they're a year and a half, 2 years old, maybe you could pick them up for 15 quid if you wanted to, but you don't. But you will get them for free, and they are AAA titles, and that has some clout. It does. And Just Cause 3, I'm delighted that I'm getting this for free.
This is a game that I've contemplated several times buying when it's been in sales.
Yeah,
I've wanted to play this game, and now I fucking get the chance, buddy, because I subscribe to PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it's supposed to be. the two things that put me off buying Just Cause 3, one of them was the fact that
Frame
it was a single-player game that I presumed I would get bored of quickly. And the second one was that I've seen that thing running at 8 frames per second, and as far as I know, they haven't resolved those issues. So
even on the Pro, there's not a massive increase in frames when it all fucking kicks off, buddy.
Which is poor.
It is
tolerable if you're getting the game for nothing. So
exactly, buddy. Well,
part of your
technically,
subscription.
it's not. No.
Paying for a
I think you'll find you're paying for it. It's a percentage of your subscription. So yeah, along with Just Cause 3, you're also going to get Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, buddy, which was the single-player DLC pack for Black Flag.
It is not a bad little game, that actually.
Works without
I enjoyed
Black Flag.
playing it.
Oh, you played through that, did you?
Yeah, I bought the season pass for Black Flag. Don't ask me why.
Oh, yeah.
It was on one of like the first sales for like £5. I was like, I love Black Flag. Give me more. So yeah, Freedom Cry. Yeah, it's a decent game. It's not very long at all, but it's good. Very good.
So yeah, I'll give that a burn. Fine. Elsewhere, PS3, Super Motherload and Snake Ball. Super Motherload, interesting little arcade game. Snake Ball, 3D take on Snake. So, whatever. On the
Whatevs.
Vita, you get Level 22 and Downwell. And as I understand it, Downwell is also crossplay. So I think you'll be able to play that on PS4 as well. There was some confusion surrounding that, though. So if they've clarified that tomorrow after we've recorded this, then sorry, buddies. But I've actually wanted to play Downwell for some time. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah. So yeah, there you go. There's your games for gold. There's your PS Plus. PS Plus, we have Just Cause 3, Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, Super Motherload, Snake Ball, Level 22, and Downwell.
It's very strong.
It's strong. It is strong. Elsewhere, there are 2 games out this week that are not part of that whole shebang, sheboingy, sheboigle. We've got The Long Dark on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. This is a survival game set in the Canadian wilderness, and sort of it's got Firewatch-esque sort of cartoony, bordering on cell shady sort of stuff. You know, that Firewatch sort of very blocky textures of solid colours with not too much going on in the way of like speckles and so on. I don't know if it's good or not. I've seen some videos of people playing it, and that didn't really give the game away because there's a lot of these survival games on Steam. This is one of the first ones, I suppose, in terms of first-person survival sort of games to come over to the console. And it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I don't know what price it's going to be at yet, but it needs to be competitive, I think, for people to be interested. But yeah, it looks nice, and I've seen some interesting videos of people playing it. So
I think this was shown at E3, I think, wasn't it?
It was at E3. I've seen the Yogscast play an alpha of it as well, like ages ago. But yeah, it looks nice. Or was it Outside Xbox? I don't know.
Might have been.
I think it might have been those guys. Either way, it looked nice. It's just
that's the thing.
It's whether that's your sort of game or not, really.
It's got that art style that I love. It looks really, really nice. It just comes down to the gameplay of this, like how much survival is there, what's it all about?
It's really how much is there to do, isn't it? That's kind of the important thing. And if they nobble that, then it could be quite the experience. It certainly looks like it captures the whole mood of this sort of snowy expanses and the sort of feeling of isolation. That's definitely in there. You can feel that just watching videos of people playing it. So very cool.
Gibbons.
And the other one, of course, is Tacoma, which I've been excited about for ages. Of course, it's a little unfortunate, but it's a game that isn't coming to PS4 yet, so I'm going to have to wait a damn sight longer than everyone else who doesn't have this console. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Xbox One and PC for Tacoma, buddy, at launch. PS4 release is coming, but there's no official date on that yet, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's not till next year. Knowing how the boy Spencer operates, tends to be his way. So, Tacoma is a first-person space station adventure involving AIs, and the guys from Gone Home created this, and they've kind of got previous in managing to create a mood with very little going on. You know, often kind of the mood is far greater than the sum of its parts. So I know that this is a game that was basically canned a year and a half into development, and they started again from scratch because they weren't happy with the way they were portraying the vision. And I think if you're on Xbox One, this is going to be competitively priced, sort of sub £20, and is probably well worth your time. I've seen a fair amount of gameplay from it without spoiling it for myself. And yeah, I just think it looks great. So
it's definitely a game that I want to play, buddy.
Absolutely. And the knack now will be avoiding that fucking thing completely until it finally arrives on the PS4. Unless you jump in on the PC.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I might have to give it a little whirl on the PC.
I'll find it especially difficult to avoid then, because we do a gaming podcast.
And I'll be like, Tacoma, buddy, this week.
This week? I mean,
shit the bed.
that thing that happens at the end where he dies, that's just...
the bit with the anal probe. Censored out.
Tough to watch.
Shame.
Tough to watch. Yep. Well, either way, there you go. So, The Long Dark and Tacoma, your games for gold and your PS Plus, buddy. And I think that'll do us. That was out this week.
That's out this week.
Sure is. And now it's time for Fuckwit Corner.
Fuckwit Corner with Funk. Fuckwit Corner with Funk. He's got some questions for Funk.
Has he got some questions, buddy?
He certainly does, buddy. He's got bits and bobs this week. I've separated his first bit of his questions from his second bit because I have created a new section we will head into after this.
What?
I know.
More sections.
I know. But
Okay.
we didn't have an FLP this week or a top 5, so we've got this.
Or a quiz.
Or a quiz.
Or many moons ago.
Yeah.
You know.
By the wayside.
By
the wayside and flowing better for it. But either way, Fuckwit Corner, buddy. Here we go. This is Funk. He says, yeah, because he was responding to me asking if he had anything for the podcast. So I could have edited that out, but
no.
Bit of flavour for
Is
you.
it as verbatim? Is that the same?
That's verbatim. It's verbatim. He goes, yeah, I finished Uncharted 4. It was meh.
That's fair dues.
He's not interested in elaborating, buddy. That's just what he thinks. I suspect he never really did enjoy that story very much. And as we mentioned last week, if you don't like the story in Uncharted,
you're shit out of luck.
It's not the best game. So
no, because no.
Can't happen.
Yeah.
Funk also says, and this is interesting because we've almost very nearly bought this many, many times.
Many times.
As it kept...
I feel like it would be a good PlayStation Plus game.
Yeah, kept plunging into the sale for sort of $2.99, $3.49 and stuff.
That will happen.
Funk says, I started Dragon Age. It's not gripped me yet. Obviously looks like something a dog curled out on the carpet, but I'm going to persist. So, yeah. He's having a go with that, buddy.
Yeah, it's Dragon Age, isn't it? I never got into any of the Dragon Age games. And like you say, been tempted to buy this one countless times because it's been so cheap. And I think Funk picked this up when it was like £3 on the store, you know. So yeah, even if he just plays it for like an hour, fuck it. Gave it a go. See if he liked it or not.
Yeah, I think that maybe that's the attitude now. Like, if you can pick something up for less than a pint of beer, then do you really need to worry about whether it's a fantastic game or not? Probably
Exactly.
not. Probably not. And this isn't like a job, is it? Like, you haven't got to be so diligent that it's like, oh, I must play this because I have to get value from it or whatever. Shouldn't be like that.
Gibbons, buddy.
Yeah. So yeah, Funk's got more, but I've stolen it into this next section, buddy. So let's head there now.
Okay, where are we heading now?
And now it's time for the burning question.
I'm not saying anything, because otherwise I'll have to do it every fucking time.
He's steering clear. This is the burning question, buddy. Normally, each week, I have a burning question. Sometimes that burning question will find its way into Fonz or Phoenix, where we haven't necessarily got something applicable, and as you well know, I'll hijack Fonz or Phoenix for my burning question.
Yeah?
That can happen. That can happen
Go on,
sometimes.
Go on then.
This week, we're in a situation where Funk's written in about some 360 gaming that he's been doing. The 3 titles that I played without you this week were 360 games. We've had our retro game night. I'm considering not cancelling my 360 gold subscription for the year because I've been playing loads of 360. I've been playing plenty of 360, and I'm not sure
That is, yeah.
that I want to stop. So there's that. And with all that in mind, buddy,
Yeah.
here is the burning question. Should you stay a console generation behind?
You want to be in the dark ages? Yeah, buddy.
It's a genuine question.
I mean, I think in hindsight, it would be you should wait like at least a year or at least 6 months when a new console comes out, because there's always so many teething issues. Like the majority of games, when they are launched on that game, unless they're like, you know, exclusive like launch titles to like really push it, like Killzone, for instance, then they're not going to be very well optimized for the new system. There's always going to be issues, and it's just generally going to be a bit of a shit show to begin with. But that saying that, like, I'm a gamer through and through. I love playing games. I always want to be on the forefront, or near enough the forefront if I can afford it, to where I can be pushing graphics, gameplay, what have you. So my answer to that is going to be a sound and solid no, because if I've got the money, I will keep my previous generation console and keep it for as long as I want it, really. And like you say, we've got our 360s now, and we're back up and running on them. So therefore, I'm still playing if I want to those type of games, but I also have the added benefit of playing this generation, or the current generation of games. So I don't know if I wasn't like into video games, then I would never upgrade there and then. But unfortunately, like we said earlier in the game in the podcast, I am addicted to games. I'm a games addict, buddy. So therefore, I cannot and I could not do that, I believe.
Well, that's fair enough, buddy, and that's very honest of you. And obviously, I expected that you would say that, and I think you probably know that I likely feel the same way, but allow me to play devil's advocate to a degree, because let's tackle some of these reasons for upgrading. Let's tackle some of these.
Come on then, hit me, and I will come at you like a bag of cocks.
Okay. If it takes development teams at least, I think we can conservatively say 18 months into a cycle for them to start optimizing games, sometimes putting the features back in from the previous generation.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Nope. Of course not. Stupid.
So, no, but is it fair to say that that happens?
Oh, yes, of course it is.
So, are you at the forefront of modern gaming buying a console with games that are far inferior in every way except the way they look?
Well, the majority of games are, deemed or whatever by the way they look. So, therefore, no. I think.
Yeah.
Or yes. Or yes or no. I mean, it might not be feature rich, but you are getting that enhancement that you would not get in the previous one or in the previous console generation.
Yeah, but you might be losing features. You get the new FIFA, and it's the year that a new console comes out with a new FIFA on it, it's better on the old console.
Yeah, but these games aren't sold on features; they're sold on visuals, buddy.
They are
the majority of time,
but
and that's what it is.
If you're a fan of video games, if you love video games, then you can see past that, can't you? You can see that you're being blinded by the shiny, and actually, the game isn't better at all. It's perhaps worse.
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I don't like.
I'm playing devil's advocate here. Like, I don't agree with everything I'm saying. It's just
I'm going to say
sparking discussion.
I don't know if that does that actually happen though. So like, say like, what was the one that we got? FIFA 14.
Yeah.
On PS4. Was it missing features from the 360 version?
Yes.
Then? For definite. Okay, so it definitely was missing.
Loads.
Okay, well then yeah, I guess. But then again, that is just your what are they called? Oh, fucking year in year out games.
Yeah, they are, and that is different. You're right. That does make a difference.
So, like I said, if you look at like the exclusives or whatever it is, games that are produced for that, I'm gonna go for Project Gotham 3 on the 360. I mean, fuck the bed. That game was amazing. That was my favorite launch title.
That's true.
Like,
that's true.
It just shat the. It was just fuck. It just looked so
and
good.
And for every example
of
a game that is fucked over by a new console, there's one that's incredible.
I mean, yeah, totally. And that's a trade up. And I don't know if the games you only ever play are like. Fuck, what's the word for like yearly release games?
Annual.
Jeez, there you go. Anal games.
Anal games.
Anal games.
Hashtag.
Then then yes, you're going to be missing out on some features, unfortunately. So maybe it is not the time for you to upgrade. But like I said, it's never a good idea to jump in at day one.
But it's cost as well. I mean, we've proved this last month or two that the graphics aren't the be all and end all. We had a fantastic game night on the 360, and the 360 isn't necessarily a great example because of how long that cycle dragged. But a standard console cycle of 6-7 years maximum.
5-6.
5-6, say. Okay, 5 or 6. Waiting 2 years before buying your new console, there's something to be said for that. If you can bring yourself to do that, if you can get all your friends on board as well, because in the first 2 years of a new console cycle, you're not going to lose any games. Like, there's not going to be...
there's only going to be like a handful of exclusives.
4. Yeah,
totally.
there'll be there'll be like 4 games that you can't
And like you
play.
say, like when you pick it up in 2 years' time, those games will be fucking
They'll be
dirt
there
cheap.
and they'll be cheap.
So,
Meanwhile,
yeah, exactly.
you're on the old generation and you're on there and the 12 months goes by and your games go from 50 quid to 40 quid to 30 quid, and before you know it, you buy everything for £15 and you can still play that with your friends. You can still go on there, and I don't know. I'm starting to look at the situation, and let's be clear, I have been playing devil's advocate quite a fair bit through this, and also when we got the PS4, I was fucking skint except for that month. I'd had no money for a year and I wasn't going to have any more for a year. It was my only opportunity to get one and I don't regret it in the slightest. But I think I would have had a better year of gaming that following year on had I not upgraded. And I think that may well be the case this time. I think if you were buying a PS4 now, like 3 years into the cycle, I think you'd get far more out of it than we did coming in from the start. I think you'd have more love and enjoyment out of that console. You wouldn't be underwhelmed in quite the same way that we were. Same with the Xbox. Like, it's no different either way. Now you've got the benefits of backwards compatibility, which I believe Sony will have to adopt, because otherwise they're just going to look like complete right old wrong-uns.
Yeah, there's rumours of it in the next firmware update, I believe.
And that's probably why they've been encouraging people to sign up for their firmware beta.
Yeah. Certainly.
So it's just a question. I suspect Funk will agree, and this is probably where we should bring in Funk's little tidbit here, where he said he picks up a bunch of old Guitar Hero games for my 360. Cost pennies, but so much fun. What else could be worth a buy for 360 for the equivalent of a bag of Space Invaders?
Halo Wars.
Rockstar Table Tennis, Beijing 2008, and Max Payne 3, buddy. No. Party games, probably, if your missus is interested.
Was it Seen It? I think that came out.
Seen It was good.
I had that.
Yeah, peripheral games might be worth a shout, because you can still pick up all of the peripherals, but be really cheap. I'd imagine like Rocksmith or something would probably be worth a go.
Possibly, yeah.
Pick that up very cheap at this point. Maybe that Connect game, buddy, where you buy the inflatable raft. Maybe that'd be...
Connect Adventures, mate. I've got it. Do you want it?
No,
I'll send it down.
I don't have a Connect, buddy, nor will I.
I've got one. I'll send it down.
Thanks very much. Yeah. I think it's worth looking back through the 360 catalogue at just seeing what you missed. Like, there'll be games there that you just missed. Like Max Payne 3 is a perfect example.
Yeah, no, totally. All everything you're saying about like the 360 is spot on, but I don't know. I think it's like the rose tinted spectacles. It's like, oh no, we've upgraded. What if we stay with the 360? By the end of that life cycle, I was done.
Agreed.
I needed something new.
I'm totally with you.
And, you know, like, yeah, we could have stuck around for another year, but that would have been another year of me looking at fucking screenshots of games that look a million times better and being like, this is shit.
That's the thing. People always moan at...
everything.
People always moan at folk who... people always go, oh, it's not all about the graphics. Oh, it's all about the gameplay. And they'll do that, and that's fine.
That's cool.
But that's not true.
No.
And they don't believe it either. Graphics are important.
Gameplay is important. Graphics are important. It's all fucking
It's all important.
Make a game
it's
that looks
not
good
just
and
about
runs
the gameplay. It isn't just about the gameplay. Otherwise, you'd probably be playing fucking Risk. Like, it's all wrapped up in the big old ball of video games as a thing. I don't know. It's an interesting conversation. If I could bring myself to wait, then it would be nice to wait. And I think you got a far better opportunity of doing that with these half steps.
Oh yeah, mate. There's no point to buying a PS4 Pro at all. Just wait for the 5.
Wait for the Pro to come out and buy a PS4. Wait for the 5 to come out and buy... No, don't buy a Pro. Well, unless you got a 4K telly, and then it's absolutely worth it.
Yes. Next year.
But yeah. So anyway, there we go. I'd love to know what everyone who listens to this show thinks about that. I know we've got a bit of a mixture of different platforms that people have, and we've got a few PC gamers there as well who are probably like pissing themselves at the very thought of sticking with the Xbox 360 9 years into its life cycle.
Fuck my life.
But I think it's an interesting discussion, and that's why it featured on the inaugural burning question.
Burning question.
And thanks very much, Funk.
Every week we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the jfgpodcast@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk.
And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we wanna know. Street Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Street Beat. The JfG Street Beat.
Street
We
Beat.
wanna know.
Get on the show.
Now, if you've taken any photos this week, sent anything in to us, I must apologise because you will not get a mention. Anyone who has, we'll send it through to next week. I promise it'll be on there. Something to look forward to, buddies. But I did have to clear out this section for our glorious benefactor. This is our top donator, one of our diehard listeners, buddy, one of the most important people to ever grace the JfG podcast. And he's
the myth, the man, the legend.
He has taken issue and umbrage with the events of episode 120. Now,
He is the American that we have angered.
this is JJ. Now, JJ tweeted us this week, and he said, "I'm not a fucking hipster. I'd buy a Raspberry Pi if fucks could be given. Hashtag Jeremy." Now, aside from the fact that he put the hashtag before the word there, which is something of a faux pas, I don't believe Funk is aware that JJ's name is Jeremy.
Yeah, well, that did happen.
And Jeremy's got a bashing last week. I think it's fair to say.
Jeremy's, they did.
They certainly did.
Yeah.
Jeremy's were basically... Jeremy was... It was hipster. Hipster was replaced with the Jeremy. The Jeremys in their flannel shirts with their beards. The Jeremys buying up the SNES Mini. The Jeremys who want the fucking Atari wooden console. Kind of worms.
That you're going to fucking scalp, buddy, with your SNES Mini. Love it.
Absolutely, buddy. I think the literal phrase Operation Fucker Jeremy was uttered on last week's show, which, having had time to reflect, seems a little harsh.
Wow, hindsight's a wonderful thing, buddy.
Indeed. We weren't talking about JJ.
Obviously.
And I'm pleased that he's in the spirit of the thing with his Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi, of course, being a far more sensible console to be doing your retro gaming on.
Yeah, any kind of store-bought fucking mini-esque
bullshit machine. Yeah. So, I mean, with all of that in mind, buddy, what we really need to do at this point is come up with a new name for our standard hipster, because I think our standard hipster's going to get a mention more often as the world becomes hipsterfied. But it cannot be a man called Jeremy, because that's just defacing, destroying the good name of our glorious benefactor. So we need a hipster name, is what we need.
I think we need a fan vote, buddy, on that. We need to get people involved.
I like the sound of that.
The hipster should be called.
Absolutely. Now, I did take the liberty of popping onto a website that I regularly head to, which of course is www.babycenter.com.
Baby Center, yeah.
Because I thought, well, perhaps baby websites have a list of hipster names.
Oh, okay, like top 10 hipster
Yeah,
names.
and I thought that would be a
Cool.
good source of inspiration for the listeners.
Is this some sort of top 5 now, buddy?
It's kind of
What's the top 5
molding into a
top
top 5. This is the
hipster
top
names?
5 hipster
Yeah.
names to replace Jeremy with. And my favourite thing
Yeah,
about
what we got?
this list is that it's split into 3.
Oh.
Baby girl names,
Oh, hipster girls. I never even thought about hipster girls.
baby boy names,
Yeah, obviously.
gender neutral names.
Gender neutral hipsters. Cool.
You gotta love that.
I love where the world's going.
Okay,
right
I'm gonna take a broad little selection. Okay, we got the top 5 here. We'll have a couple of girls, a couple of boys, and a gender neutral name, buddy. And please get in touch and let us know what you want our new hipster to be. So, starting off in the baby girl's name, buddy.
Oh, go on then.
Ella Rose.
Ella Rose.
All one word.
Terrible name.
Huntley.
Huntley. That's gonna go fucking down like a charm.
Saffron.
Saffron.
I had to put saffron in. I've gone for 3 girls there. I
That's
don't
nice.
care
I like
about this top
saffron.
5. I'll choose 2 boys. 2 boys. Here we go.
Go on then. Roderney.
Atticus.
Atticus. Beautiful. Great name.
Good hipster name.
Hi. I'm Atticus.
Gulliver.
Gulliver. Nice. What about Guywood?
Leopold.
It's not good.
Rufus. I can't stop now.
He's throwing them all out.
Zane.
Zane. Nice.
Fenton. And a couple of gender neutrals, buddy.
Yeah, come on. Keep it safe.
I've just spotted my favourite. I won't lead with that.
It's going to end on a high.
Tegan.
Excited.
Tegan, of course, the most hipster of
Tegan.
names.
Yeah.
I know a Tegan girl and a Tegan boy. They're both hipsters.
Beautiful, buddy.
But my favourite,
Yeah, here we go.
Bracken.
Fuck off.
Bracken.
Isn't that like a type of wood or something?
Yeah, it's like a rough bushel. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
There you go.
They call them acorn.
So,
Actually, that's quite gangster, I guess, isn't it?
well, yeah, I suppose so. Well, either way,
Yeah.
get in touch, buddies.
You got to get your trees right.
need to
for
hear
what
from
you're going
JJ.
for.
Like,
Yeah, definitely.
his vote can count for 2
I like it.
because we are replacing his name with hopefully Bracken.
Bracken's nice. I like it. Not acorn.
No.
Roderney, though. I like Roderney.
Returny. Fuck me.
Beautiful name.
Well, there we go. Yes. Operation Fucker Jeremy has now ended.
Yeah, we need a new operation.
Operation Fucker Bracken. Sounds dangerous, but oh well.
Oof. Splinters. Oh, chafage.
Splinters.
situation
Chafage is a
is
gender
not
neutral
happy.
hipster name. There it is.
Brilliant. Like it. Oh, dear. Have we got any more, buddy?
I think we got didn't we get a message this week from Mel, buddy, as well, actually?
Yes, he popped me a message. It says, or it reads, "Yo, check out House Party Steam launch trailer on YouTube. Have you checked out House Party?"
I've been watching Hat Films play House Party.
I've also watched Hat Films play House Party to completion.
I also have a confession to
several
make.
times. Oh, okay, go on.
I having watched 3 half-hour videos of House Party,
Yes.
where I was forced to watch people watching an uncensored thing, but it was censored because it was on YouTube.
Obviously.
I did pop onto Pornhub.
Oh,
because
no.
I had to know how that was
What it
rendered.
looked like.
I had to know how.
Mate, now that you've said it,
I had to know. I had to.
how was your experience?
Oh, it's so horrible. Like, it's just really rough looking, like horrible polygon blocky bullshit. It's really bad. But yeah, I couldn't watch it like an hour and a half of this terribly stupid game without actually seeing like its true colours. So yeah, I popped on there. Are you doing it now? You've gone very quiet.
Of course
You
I am.
are. You are.
I'm on Pornhub right now, mate. I'm just seeing what she's just noshing him off, mate.
Just notching him
There
off.
you go. Just noshing him off. Fucking hell, that was quick. Jesus Christ. Oh god, she's freaking out. Oh my god, it's all gone wrong. What's going on with her arm? That's not what my wife does.
Yeah, it's not the best. Yeah, I couldn't help it. I had to have a
Okay.
look. So I did have a look. But yeah,
Wow.
no, that game is hilariously bad. If you haven't seen it, it is a first-person adventure game where you go to a house party and try and get various girls there to sleep with you, which it shows in its entirety uncensored. The conversations are terrible. The voice acting's appalling. Like it's like the most ludicrous joke game that you. It's kind of the fad at the moment. It's the Five Nights at Freddy's of 2017. And yeah, as such, is very funny, especially if you've got a favorite YouTuber who you might fancy watching play it. So yeah, there you go.
This is terrible.
Real bad, yeah. No, it was the third one. It was the one where they sort of played through the whole thing, and Al Smithy's just like dying, and I was like, I must see this. I must.
But the thing was, it was like, oh, we need like 25,000 likes to carry on. I was like, fuck it, I never like anything. Like,
Yeah.
it's just so because I want to see them do another one because it's just fucking. Oh dear, it's just funny watching
That Frank character, what is that all about?
it.
He beats up anyone who has any drink.
Cunt.
It's so
Yeah.
weird.
I'm like, what are you on about, mate?
It's just very odd. I don't really get it.
Oh dear.
Either way, yes, we are familiar with that particular
Yes.
body of work there, Mel.
Unfortunately.
But thanks for letting us know about it anyway.
Fucking, this is terrible. Can't stop watching it though.
Let's move on.
It's got all the different ones on here though, mate. It's amazing. Right, I know what I'm doing later. Not wanking to that.
Ominous.
Oh dear, right.
So I think that'll about do us, buddy, for episode 121 of the JfG podcast. Have you had a nice time?
I've had a lovely time. I've been drinking some fucking Sharps Atlantic, not Doom Bar tonight, buddy. No, not on Sharps Doom Bar.
Oh,
It's
very
been lovely.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, really enjoying it. Just currently trying to write out some notes for the intro. So yeah, I'm sure that'll be entertaining.
Well, very tasty indeed, buddy. And there's much gaming to be done this week, of course.
Oh, games.
I missed
games.
game night last week. I'm very much looking forward to this one.
Dickhead.
I know.
Yeah, mate.
Schoolboy.
Yeah, we played some Battlefield 1 for a couple of hours and some Pez, mate. It was lovely.
Fucking
Going-
sweet.
Doing some shooting.
Mate,
It was a good time.
worth noting, I've now played 9 games on the PES beta. I'm unbeaten.
Oh, undefeated.
Oosh, because they've made that
You
game
haven't actually,
so slow.
yeah, you haven't commented on that in what you've been playing this week. To be honest.
No, well, I've kind of been dabbling with it, and it's still ongoing. So I thought I'd wait until
you got a good understanding of it. Yeah, mate, that makes sense. Yeah,
I'll probably talk about that next week. But what I will say is, it's very slow in comparison to the previous one. But that not necessarily a bad thing. It's quite a good thing, in fact. But slightly at odds with my playing style of charge the fucking ball down with every single player.
yeah.
But there we go. Either way, get your suggestions in for our hipster replacement name to spare JJ from the ludicrousness of last week, and also get your pictures into the community there, buddies. I'll tell you where to go for that shortly. So thanks so much for listening. You can find us at www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk, Facebook / the JFG Podcast. Our Twitter handle is at the JFG Podcast. You can also find us on a series of streaming sites like the YouTube there, JFG Podcast, Beam.pro, aka fucking Mixer.com, twitch.tv / the JFG Podcast. We're also on SoundCloud / Just for Gamers if you want to listen to Ash's birthday episode.
Yeah, it's a special one.
Which will remain there until the day the internet dies or the sun explodes or whatever fucking happens first, I guess. One or the other. And, well, yeah, come and join our PS4 community if you have a PS4, or perhaps even if you don't, you can get the app on Android and iOS. And we are the PS4 community, the JFG Podcast. There you go. Also, we're also on Google Plus. But whether you actually go there or not is very much dependent on how you choose to live your life. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We will catch you next time. Until then, I've been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Gonna flick my lights off with this little fucking clicker here, buddy. Goodbye.
Dickhead.
You've been listening to the JFG Podcast with Ash and me, Alex. To find out more, head to www.justforgamers.co.uk, Facebook / the JFG Podcast, or Twitter, where we are at the JFG Podcast. Episodes go live every Sunday, and if you could pop onto iTunes and write us a quick review, we would love every inch of you, even if you got old and fat. Thanks so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.